Hello and welcome to this EHC feature interview. I'm Kelsey Hubbard. Here on campus we have multiple majors that have certain things when you're a senior. The mass comm majors have a mass comm weekend. The theater majors have their own presentations. But the music majors, they have their own senior or junior recital. I have with me Chris Gillenwaters, who just had his junior recital that happened to be during his senior year this past weekend. Chris, thank you so much for joining me on set. So I guess going back about 3 years to when you were, a freshman, how did you get to Emory?
Well, to paraphrase the movie The Blind Side, this is where my family goes to school. It's where they've always gone to school. So my grandfather ended up here a long time ago. He wouldn't like me to say what year. And he came up here and sang in the concert choir. And then my parents met in the concert choir here. And so playing football in the backyard, I was either the Tennessee Volunteers hometown team or the Emory and Henry Wasps, so it just made sense.
Right. And so you came here not being a music education major.
No, I was I was in the pre-dentistry program for a hot second. I made it about 2 classes in chemistry and realized that was not for me. I had been fighting what all of my friends' parents told me because every high schooler hates adults and all adults are wrong. So they were like, you should do music. And I was like, nope, I'm going to do dentistry. And they were right. Adults are always right in the end.
So back to your recital. It's a junior recital, but it happened during your senior year. How did that happen?
Well, there were a few things that just didn't fall into place the right way. The day we wanted wasn't available, so we set another day, and then Dr. Frederick couldn't be there that day, and so just things weren't falling the right way, and so we finally just decided, let's punt, let's do it in the fall. You guys will be seniors, but it'll be fine.
Right, and so you did it with another senior, Jordan Bennett.
Right.
So what did you perform at this recital?
I performed a piece that one of the juniors here, Sean Collier, wrote for me, and then I picked out a song that I wanted to do that was a more religious song, and then found another one, and then Dr. Frederick and I played a duet, and then he picked out a song that he wanted me to play.
Right, and so Sean is a good friend of yours.
Right.
How is it having someone who's so close to you write you a song to perform?
Well, it was really cool because he's written a bunch of pieces for different things. He did one that the concert or the chamber choir sang a few years ago, and the woodwind quartet has played. And so I just asked him, because there were some songs that we were considering doing that I didn't really want to play, and so I was like, hey Sean, would you mind writing me a song? And he was like, oh sure, I'd love to. And so it was really cool to kind of work with him a little bit and get what we got out of it.
Right. And so what did he think of how you did during the performance?
He has said great job, but I'm not sure he'd tell me if I did terribly. So.
Right. So he's not the only composer that has reached out to you.
No, I actually one of the other songs that I just found on YouTube one day was Meditations on Wondrous Love, that was arranged by Todd Marchand, I think is how you pronounce it. And over Thanksgiving break, I found an email that he had sent that said that he had watched the video and that he appreciated that I had played his piece for my recital. And so that was really cool, and I ended up showing that to lots of different people, including Dr. Frederick, who then told me that he had never had that happen to him, so that was a pretty cool situation.
So I assume that you've watched this guy multiple times on YouTube before you picked a piece.
I've kept up with his compositions, yeah.
So how does it feel to have someone that you've been watching on YouTube that you think really highly of to reach out to you and say, oh my gosh, thank you for this?
I haven't really had time for it to settle in yet. I got the 18,000 projects due at the end of the semester, but as I'm thinking about it, it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, definitely. That's something to just super be proud of. So you're involved in multiple different things here on campus musically. What things are you involved in specifically? Oh,
let's see. When I came here, I was recruited to be in the brass quintet. And so I've done that for several years. Scheduling conflicts, it didn't work out this year, but I think I'll be back for a little bit in the spring to work with the Canadian brass when they come in. I've done the marching band for several years. There was a pep band for several years before that, and then we've kind of rebirthed that for the basketball season this year, which has been a blast. And then we started a trombone quartet this year, which we're really excited about. We'll have our first performance is actually Sunday morning. We'll play at Pleasant View United Methodist, and then we will play at Christmas at Emory.
That's super exciting. So I guess how has this or past teachers affected or helped you with your recital, or you playing trombone, or just in general, I guess?
I have to say that working with Dr. Frederick has been really good. He adds a different perspective on things. It's a little different at times just because he plays trumpet and I play trombone, so it's a little different. So getting ready for the recital, I did stop in and see my high school trombone teacher, and I talked with the choir director, Dr. Hecker's husband, Dr. Hecker. And so I've worked with a few people just to get ready and to try to get some nerves out.
Right. And so speaking of Christmas at Emory, that's this weekend.
Yes.
So what can we expect to see you in specifically?
Oh, goodness gracious. I don't think I'll ever get to sit down. He's got me playing with the quintet again. We're going to play the hymns, and then the trombone quartet, and the brass ensemble, and the full band, and the concert choir, and the chamber choir. Look, if you don't see me, you're not trying hard enough.
Man, so that must be super tiring at the end of the day.
I collapse and sleep real well. It's the best I sleep all semester.
I bet. So you've been in every Christmas at Emory that you've been here so far, correct?
Yes.
So how is it that it's your senior year, it's the last Christmas at Emory? How is that going to feel?
I'll tell you on Monday. I'll sleep real well and then reflect on it and decide. But I think I'm really excited about this one. It's going to be in the Woodrow W. McLaughlin Center for the Performing and Visual Arts this year, which is going to be different. It's going to be a little more intimate, but we'll be able to fit all of the band up there, which will be nice.
Well, that's super exciting. Do you think that maybe you'll prepare slightly different for this one because it's your senior year, or do you think it'll just be like, preparing for the rest of them?
I think I'm going to prepare differently for this one purely because all of my classwork is interfering with my rehearsal time.
Well, that's super good. But I guess thank you so much for coming on set with me today, especially after such short notice. And I wish you the best with this past weekend, and I hope you don't die by the end of it.
Thank you.
This has been your feature interview. I'm Kelsey Hubbard with Kriska Lamar's